Season 19 came out with a new legend, Conduit. She's been around for a bit now, and she's getting run at every level of gameplay, from pubs to ranked, and even to the ALGS, where teams like XSET, Drop-In Gaming, FaZe Clan, and Dark Zero are using her and her kit to help them succeed. But does that mean that Conduit's good? And a better question, does that mean that you should play her? Well, I'll give you my opinion here in a bit, but first let's go through her kit. First, she's a support character, which means she can open blue extended bins and can craft her teammates' banners. These are nice benefits, but if you're finding yourself at the point of being down teammates, you've probably already messed up and are probably already on the wrong side of winning. Next, her passive is Savior's Speed. She runs 30% faster towards a teammate when they're further than 50 meters away. Then her tactical, Radiant Transfer. This is a combat shield regen. It heals shields for the first 8 seconds after use, and then it will hold what shields are remaining for the next 30 seconds. Finally, her ultimate, Energy Barricade. Conduit shoots out 7 jammers in a line. They take 4 seconds to prime once they land, and then they last for 60 seconds. They do damage and slow enemies that are in their proximity. So, let's analyze some of my, albeit terrible, gameplay to get a feel for her. So this first game sees us hot dropping at Mirage Voyage. I get a gun off rip, so that's a good thing. And then we're fighting. Teammate starts the engagement. Gets the knock, and I start shooting. Now teammate has some damage on him. I should be hitting my tactical here. I take some damage. I should still hit my tactical, but I'm still not very good, so I don't. Get some good shots on the fuse. He's kind of bad. He gets dead. Teammates are pushing. Caustic is low. Finally, I realize what I should do, and I hit my tactical. But I hit it on the wrong guy, and so I'm the only one that gets any benefit. Once again, I'm not great at this game. The next bit of this, we're over at staging, and there's bad guys coming up right behind my teammate. I hit my Q this time. So we know they're over there. Teammate smokes it off. I huck a grenade. Get a shot on the Wraith, and then I throw my jammers over there, knowing that they're going to have to go through my jammers to get up. We knock one. I get good shots on the lifeline, knock the lifeline, more grenades fly in, get some other knocks, get an elimination. That's 2 of the 3 down, and we ended up chasing this Wraith for way too long. We finally flew away, she finally died to the ring, and then we were into our last engagement here. And this is where I make some really bad decisions. Teammate sees that someone wants to revive down on the beacon that's down there where I'm looking now. He didn't want to let them revive, but we didn't look at where the ring went. At this point, we really should have moved east and taken high position, but I'm playing as a teammate, and so I follow my teammates down there. I miss everything. I'm using a Nemesis, not my favorite gun, but I guess it works. Now here's where I should have put my jammers out. I should have put them out so that they couldn't rotate to us easily, but I gave them the easy rotate and then I pay the price. I do remember to use my Q, but at this point it's too late. I get wrapped on and get shot from behind. I try and get my jammers out. They go in terrible places. They take too long to come to life. And at that point, it's game over for me. Teammates losing a little bit after that. So, there's that. Our next game has us landing contested over at Wall. We've got a Rampart and a Maggie as teammates, so this could be interesting. We loot up and then come look out the door, and we see bad guys coming. But we only see one, and so we just chill. Pounce. Teammate gets hit. I remember my thing again. Jibby drops his bubble. I thirst this guy. Shield swap. I go over to try and help, and then the bubble goes away and I freak out. So I run away. So I was next to useless here, but that's alright. It was still a good fight. We next find ourselves over at Cascade Falls. There's another Conduit who dropped their ult. My teammates are in a building. I shoot some posts, so there's that. I moved up here to get some high ground, hoping to be able to provide some covering fire for my teammate. I used my Q, but I was too far away, so it didn't do anything. Something to know if you're playing Conduit, you have to be within 50 meters of your teammates for it to do anything, so don't just waste it like I did. I get some decent shots in, but I get fried. And at this point, I know I don't have my Q up, so I'm hoping my teammates don't die. I also know that I need to get closer to them, but I still want to provide some covering fire. And so I do. I hear an Octane jump up, so I shoot him off the roof, and then I start getting it shot in the back. So then I do use my Q again, I land in the enemy Q, then it goes away, so that works. Fail at jumping into the building. And at this point, we've got a team in front and a team behind, so we are pinched and pinched hard. We've got grenades coming in from both sides. I don't have my Q up. I do have a balloon though, and so I'm starting to think balloon at this point. So I come out to the front, or the back, I don't know which side's which. Put my balloon down, teammate sees it, he understands what's going on. And so it's off to the races here.
Yes, there was one deployed there. You are right, sir.
Next, we find ourselves on the outside of Jurassic. I've got a little bit of materials left, so I craft a battery. We see that there are teams in front of us, but then we start getting shot from a team behind. Now we have to go through this door because there's no other way around here. So we go through. I hit my Q. And I'm not sure. I don't think I got either of my teammates with it, which is weird, but oh well.
That sucks. I didn't pick up my battery.
This is when I realized I didn't have my battery. I'd forgotten about that. Now I know we need to get further into the ring. We need to get away from the team that's coming in behind us. We need to give us cover from all of the other teams around us. This last ring is going to really hurt. Really, we should continue pushing around the ring, but we don't. And also, as I try moving that direction, I think there are teams on that side as well. Teammates hole up on that side of the boxes. Having a rampart here is really helpful, but also I have no more shields, so I can't heal myself. We start getting shot from the southeast now. Probably should have looked at that box and seen if there was anything in there. I get a kill somehow, don't ask me how. Then I find some jammers, and I get killed because I had extended too far. So let this be a note to all of you Conduit players. Don't extend away from your teammates, it's not good. We end up losing this game, which is no surprise at this point. There's still 6 squads left in this small area, and that's the end of that. Next game we have here starts at Mill. And word to the wise, if you are dropping with your teammates, please don't drop with your teammates. It's really annoying. Anybody who is watching the stream where I took this gameplay footage from knows that happened several times.
Right here.
But we were dropping hot. I see my one guy getting hurt, so I hit my Q. It didn't save him. I go in there and get the finish. I love hammer points. Start getting pushed, so I can't finish that kill. Get some good damage. I shield swap, knowing that my blue shields are worthless if they're cracked. I didn't know if they were going to be coming through that door, but they start pushing on teammate. I hit my Q again because I have it up, and my teammate's blocking the door, so I go around the other way.
Other one's down low bottom. Right there.
There's the guy that's getting revived.
One more. Oh, she's hurt.
Last teammate gets dropped, but I see the lifeline here, and I finish her.
Oh, thank goodness.
Now, the other thing that's happening in this game is my teammates are on comms, which makes things so much easier. As we rotate in, we find ourselves in checkpoint. Get some good shots on a Vantage over there, but I get hit, so I back off. I use a battery here, not my Q, knowing that we're not in the middle of a fight. I would rather hold my Q for when I actually need it. So I don't use it yet. Teammates seeing some bad guys, so we're going to move that direction. I see a Valk flying over there. Teammate pings another one.
Vantage is moving.
I see Vantage's little bat bird thing, whatever it is. So I move up to my teammate knowing that there are bad guys over here. Again, we're on comms, which is nice. Now there's a Wraith here who Wraith portals away, or Q's away. And then the buildings, or the tree is in my way, and then I miss everything again. Once again, low-hanging fruit here. If you're looking to get better, learn how to shoot straight. Teammates start a fight. I hit him with my shields. Get a pretty good grenade in there.
My ult, by the way.
It's teammates' ult. I thought there were still guys in there, so I dropped my ultimate in there, knowing that if there are bad guys in there, they'll get hit. Other teammate tries to run around the corner. He gets killed by gas, so he wasn't doing well. And at this point, I don't know where anybody is, or anything is. My teammates are shooting at bad guys. I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I shoot at a downed guy. I use my Q again, so at least I'm doing something. And that's the end of the fight. Once again, I feel like I was kind of worthless, but I gave my team some shields, so
I threw
yay.
my ult on Caustic and it didn't.
So final ring is going to pull over here by Mill, so we're on top of the rocks.
They're down here.
We shoot a Mirage.
Never mind, they're over there. That was it.
Feel like a moron. That's alright. Teammate knows.
Oh, I'm falling off too. Oh no, I'm sliding down.
Teammate fell off, so that's not good.
What's happening?
We eventually get pushed up on this rock.
On us, up top.
Teammate drops. I hit my Q, but he was already dead.
Right here, running up.
Which outlines one of the problems that Conduit has is her ult or her Q doesn't work instantly. It needs some time, so you either have to hit it right before your teammate gets shot, or you hit it after your teammate gets shot. But it's a delicate dance that you have to play. I get this thirst. I tell my teammate that he could swap that shield, but he doesn't. And then I don't. But then I hit him with my Q. Of course, he was healing, so I kind of wasted it. Get some good shots on that team just so that we can run past.
I'm healing.
Coming this way, coming this
And
way.
this is where the little extra speed boost did come in handy, because I got through that open area easily. Team over there, start lobbing shells downrange. If nothing else, I'm being annoying, which I'm good at, so there's
Right
that.
here. Shoot him.
One's up top over here.
They just finished over there.
They finish fighting, and at this point, I know that we need to push. I don't know if my teammates are quite on board, but I feel like we need to push the issue. Also, this gets us into the bottom of the ring, so it's a move we needed to make one way or the other. Everybody chills for a minute, nothing crazy happens, and we decide that we need to move up and take that rock.
Just pick the other ones up, bring it over.
Revive beacon to our left on my ping.
We see the revive coming down. I assume someone's getting revived, but also I think they put it out there to be a decoy. I don't know. There's 5 teams left. Teammate got shot again, so I hit him with my Q.
They're right here.
Moving up to this
Here's where we make the move to the rock.
Try to peek out.
Clearly there's a Watson,
Oh, there's guys up top right here.
so we clear out some of that space. There's a team up on our old spot, up on the rock. And that ultimately will be the team that wins because they have best position.
Down here.
Now there's only 3 teams left.
It's a solo right there.
There's a team on my ping and a team up on the rock. Ah, rampart walls.
Oh, there was somebody up here.
So as the ring comes closing in, we're gonna have to make a move. I get lit up by the Watson. Again, I hit a battery knowing that if I use my Q here, I'm not gonna have it for the push.
C3.
I'm thinking of trying to place my ultimate, figure out where the best place is. I finally place it, but it's in a bad spot.
Just fight behind us. Don't worry about the front. I already dropped my ult.
It's not through right now.
Yeah, I should have listened to my teammate. So, what do I think of Conduit? Well, if you're on a pre-made team that knows how to play with her, she can be super OP. Her tactical is great for keeping pressure up in fights and for survivability. Her ult is a really good way to take up space and stop teams from pushing through areas. Also, you can use her ult pylons as cover. It's kind of nice. The quick sprint doesn't really come up very much, but when it does, it's kind of nice, I guess, though I didn't really see it come into my play much at all. She is a really good support player for a hyper-aggressive team comp. Pair her with a Horizon and a Revenant and have them be entry fraggers with Conduit providing in-fight support. Pair her with a Lifeline or a Newcastle and you'll be able to get your downed teammates back up and give them health quickly mid-fight. Playing against that comp can be so annoying because you have to do so much more damage just to win fights. Conduit's at her best when she's supporting aggressive players, especially if you're playing an edge playstyle where you're forcing your way into the ring and taking lots of fights. She's not so good when used supporting a ring style, and trying to hold space as the utilities provides is limited in that scenario. This means she's one-sided. Now, the style that most teams play is a hybrid style, where they play either ring or edge depending on where the ring goes, which means for a good portion of the game, her utility can't be used to its fullest potential. This also means that if you're playing her as a solo queue player, she's total crap. Solo queue's all about being flexible and able to play whatever style your team ends up playing. Legends like Bangalore, Bloodhound, Catalyst, Fuse, Horizon, Wraith, they're all good choices to play as they offer that flexibility. Conduit has a much more limited use, and I hate her.